Yeah. Hey guys, come on. Some apologies for the lateness. Okay. Let's form a line here. Okay. Yeah. Right. That's what we'll start out with over here. Okay. Two hands. You're tied up. Of other options. If I'm checking out here, all my chi goes into inhale. Underneath, keep holding. Okay. Now, first of all, I'm not standing in a hanmi. Rotate the hips. I establish a hanmi. Underneath, secondarily, easy. Notice how right here, my chi wants to come up in my shoulders. Keep it settled. Now here, that's unfortunate for him. So we are in a more gracious mode. Okay, so we start. The world will grab you. And when your thoughts go into all that stuff, the world is trying to grab you with. That's where your ki goes. Okay? Keep your ki and aikido in a flowing, connected state. Go. Yeah. Something right there. Just maybe a tip. Okay. Your ki, of course, goes out. Let's tap into him. Okay. One of the things, for example, okay. But I'm just because the work in the well, okay. Underneath. Like, I lose okay. So right filming, okay. Yeah, I don't think this is the filming. Whatever. Oh, sometimes life will just tie you up with all this stuff. Easy there. It's here now. Secondarily. Yeah. The world's being held up by Donald Trump today. All right. Can't break free of them. Yes, I can. Okay. Now it's a safe position for both him and me. Or split, boom, the old days. That's that motion, right? Okay, keep going. A little smoother. Right? You're a new matador in the ring with a bull for your first time. You watch the other ones, are they? Right? Yeah, natural. Easy. Not just getting free, it's who gets free. Okay, now you're bouncing off of his strength, which means you're bouncing off of your own tension in the shoulders. Let go. Your life will tie you up, but then what happens? Life creates what's out there, but our energy runs in certain patterns. Oh, good. Good. Now, see that? The key is high. Drop it, settle it, loop it, right? Yeah, grab, loop it. Okay. Think of one of Stephen Curry's thoughts. It stays up there forever. and 40 feet and goes down. Point your hand like that. Better? Yeah, now you, right? You're going from first base to second base. That's good. Now, I want you to exaggerate. Now it stays level, creating a wall. Tap yourself on the tummy. All right. Get out of the react mode. Okay. Better. Okay. Yeah. There's no enemy here except the internal one. Easy. Go. Keep going. All right. Okay. All right. That one kind of works, but usually what happens like there is you bypass and get to there. Okay. But it's one of those days where you step slow. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm a hitter right here. Come on. Boom. You hang one. I put it into my cubby code. Okay. I'm a little scattered. You got 2 strikes on me. I hit into the alleyway. See that feeling right there? It's different than react. In fact, what you want to do is act. So your key flows. If you're reacting, your key goes in different directions. Okay, we're talking key. Okay. Go. Okay, and the other one. Come on. Trump lies, so we'll lie. No, we're not going to lie. Oh, you tell a lie, I'll tell a lie. No, sir. Deeper, truer. That's what I'm looking for right there. Okay. Better, yeah. You slip out. You're not trying to fool them. It's just that you're not going to get caught up. He lies, you don't lie back. Okay, all right. Okay. Okay. And now you're hitting a wall there. Okay. So why don't you turn your palm up? Okay. Yeah. See, everybody gets caught up in turning the wrist. A lot of times you turn the wrist, we don't want them to let go. But here, try to pull. And if I need to, I'm not gonna. It's not an accident if I do that. Yeah, I gotta. No, that's intentional. You see what I mean? Yeah, there's an area where, you know. Okay, now, palm is up. I'm going to try to pull away now. My wrist is Stephen Curry. Breaks free for an open shot. The coach says, what did you not do there? I said, I don't know. He just disappeared for a minute. Okay. And obviously you can do that with a great deal more motion. But where everybody gets caught up is the fact that there's so much stupidity in life, and we get caught up in that stupidity, we're stupid. And since they created Aikido, say, okay, life wants to tie me up. Okay. Okay. I understand me, I understand my flow, I understand what my intelligence is, and I'm not going to let life tie me up. Ties me up, what is it doing? It's tying my key up in stupid directions. Isogi, clear, go, come on. This thing is, I mean, it's not stupid, but not right there. Easy, turn your hips. Yes. Now you're still getting caught up with his hand, like, all right. Oh. Ah. 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 Go. Come on. Now. Now, right there, you've done enough. Turn your hip. Yes. You're getting caught up in an unproductive place because you keep reacting, creating a wall. Get there, turn your hip. Good. Slip free. Yes. Now you're in a good position. Both you and he are in a good position here. You haven't reacted and kicked him in whatever. You haven't. He hasn't knocked you over yet. He comes to knock you over. Good. You're nobody at the pool. Boom. Right? You're ready. But sometimes life can just tie you up. Okay? It's not Trump that's getting arraigned today. It's the whole American public. Right? Pro or con. The amount of energy that we put in his direction is criminal. Okay. Here, yeah, good. And what I'd like you to do a little bit. Come on. Please. Come on. Come on. Oh. What's a new day? And Kay wants to feel it. If you block me, boom. I'm going to drill you.
Okay.
Because
I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
That's right. Go. I'm a nuke. Find your center. Now you're looking for your center. You haven't found it yet. Okay, you're beginning to touch it. Good. Now you try to break free. That's not. Try to break free. You're bracing. No, don't brace. And then your key is high here. If I hit you, I'm doing it on purpose. Not go, oh, I'm sorry. Right? You're in the I'm sorry place. If I hit you, I know what I'm doing. Yeah, it's intentional, and I got to watch that. Because I know how to do it.
Sure.
You don't quite yet. Easy. Good. Now, that hand you're burying your sword underneath. Palm up. You're from too fast. Yeah, we all want Donald Trump to dissolve. We really do. Okay. But there's easy. Easy. Come on. Easy. Yeah. Better. First part's good. Now it's under. Now that's confusion.
Yeah.
You go nage, you take from this one, you take from the bottom. It's not that hard until your mind goes in too many different directions. Your feet goes in two different directions. That's already the key is split. Okay? There's a river. Big, it flows in one direction. Now, you're caught. Relax. Breathe, not breathing. Yes. Yes, and that was a good job. Now, consistency. Anybody can do it once. Okay, now. You're burying your sword. Keep your sword in the position here. Okay. Open your eyes. See the whole room though. No, that's better. Okay. That took you about 15 minutes to get there. Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. 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 flow. Got to know the details and start to think about the details of chapter flow up. They go in different directions, okay? Generally, our flows go up and out. And what we want to be able to do is turn the flow in an easier coordinated way. Okay? Okay, now we're going to go to that next, but the lesson here, got me? I'm Stephen Curry, you got me? How do you get open for that 3 to win the game? I don't know. I had him, coach. He just disappeared for a minute or a second. Right? Got it? But it's the same movement. Now I got to do this now. Same motion. Same motion. Same motion. Okay? That's what we're working towards. Freedom, liberation. Okay? Donald Trump is evil. Yes, he is. But my mind starts to stick on that. I get caught up in evil. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but in the moment, I don't want him to tie my key up. Okay? Right? Okay. Okay. Go. Yeah. One of the things I do. I'm drawing here, aren't I? You're magnetized. So I get chocolate. What if I go this way? Right? You'd be surprised, you know. No. Freedom. Liberation. I want to be right. Yeah, the truth is, what's right, given context, is very difficult. Loose, free, ability to adapt, ability to grow, not get caught up in the same things again and again. Go from. You prerequisite with 3 partners. Yeah. Tim, you're backing up. No backup. Now there he's holding a little different. The whole thing is off. But he loses access and feel that energy. Okay. I'm backing up. Now you don't go this way. What? Yeah, what's it doing? Come on. Good. All right.
No.
I'm being overwhelmed. Okay. No. I'm not charging at you, but I'm not begging away from you. All right. As a nation, we're facing the fact we want Donald Trump to go away. It's called backing away. Well, Congress, we want to nail him and put him in. Yeah, it's right in the middle. We have a justice system that, you know, what's the first thing you do on? Justice system. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's not smart, but he's smart. I don't think he's intelligent, but he's very smart that way. Come on. Good. Neither of us is hurt there. I'm in a good position. You know how to handle that, so you're in a good flow for that. So we're kind of teammates right there. Okay. Now, if I start to back up, no, well, but that can reverse at any time. We all do crazy things. I wish I hadn't said that, but I did. Yeah, I didn't want to lose the election, so I lied and I plead guilty. So all 3 counts today. That'd be nice. Right? But when you start to lie, just to do that, it's your spirit. To some degree, the country has to allow it, but he's ruining the whole spirit of America. Okay? We can't let him run us. Since they created IPO, so that wouldn't happen. All right? Don't want to be tied up and overwhelmed. Congress that we don't want to run. Congress that we don't want to react and charge. All right? So watch the backup. You're not escaping anything, you know. I'm living in America obsessed with that guy. Good. Let me get all the facts. All right? Yeah. I mean, this stuff is very important. I mean, if we could pass that lesson on to America, he'd rot in jail. Okay? But there's so many different currents in America. My mind goes in too many different directions. My key goes in too many different directions. As long as that's happening, then somebody like that can step in and start to kind of yell louder than everybody else, and everybody else is so confused. Say, yeah, I'm going to listen to that guy, right? Because we're not listening to ourselves. That's the sad message of it. Right? Sad message. So we have a practice here. We have a practice here to work on ourselves. That's a pretty good package you got right there. Good. Right? You're in your flow. Step by step, there's a clarity. You don't have to chant it, pray for it. It's just something that comes through you. Now you're in that place right there. Good. You turned your hip. Okay? You kept your shoulders relaxed. Okay, now right there, go right where you were. There's a wall. Go. Now turn your hip. Good. Keep your shoulders down. Soft eyes, see the whole room. Don't be so obsessed on Donald that you're. That's what he wants. He wants division. He wants hatred. And the feeble-minded listen to him because they don't want to be that. Okay. Good. Yeah. Okay, good. Be very easy. Mind clear, loose but not floaty. Focused but expansive. Watch your breath settle. If you start to react, everything comes out. I know this is a horrible posture for sitting in a great length of time, but you're probably feeling your base rather intensely now. You're not going to be here for that long. So be easy there. We endured 4 years of the presidency. That was awful. And guess what? He had enough pull that he's still around. Not president, but that's what yeah. What's the lesson there? You hate something, you're magnetized to keep it alive. What's the one thing that will send Donald away? Love. Appreciate we have a democracy here that's teetering right now. We're in an Aikido class. We have an opportunity to work on ourselves. Deal with issues within the course of the training since they created this. Move towards unity. Love is unity. Do I love Donald Trump? Maybe I can start to feel some compassion for somebody who's so off. Love and compassion are somewhat connected. If I hate him, I'm playing his game. He creates an us versus them off of people like me who gets into their hatred. I hate you, Donald. I feel sorry for you. Because if I were like you, yeah, I wouldn't mind the money, but on the other hand, behavior-wise, you're despicable. Yeah. It's a mirror saying, you don't want to be in the rain because you want your hair wet. And you don't get that tan from a tanning machine. You put on all this orange stuff. It's called the truth. And Aikido is based on that. Now, Osensei shifted. I'm sure Osensei ran into the Donald Trumps of his day. He had to deal with World War II and all the state Shinto and everything like that. He went to Iwama to some degree. He said, okay, I'm going to work on myself. And he developed Aikido in its more modern phase. Okay? Stick around Tokyo, you're around the insanity. Now, most of us can't run off and farm, so we're kind of stuck here. But there's fertile soil in us. Discern, don't judge. Feel compassion, don't get into hate. And that stuff is so easy because you get a force out there. Hate can be very magnetic. And it can tie us up, which is why we started out with that grip. I may know the solution to it, but I get too tied up in a lesser version of you, reacting to everything out there. And I can have all this knowledge and it doesn't help me one bit. Okay? Water stops moving, it gets contaminated. Your spirit is like water. Keep it flowing. Keep it clear. Keep it vibrantly water. In fact, we're 70% water anyway. And then some clown comes around and starts to corrupt our thought process and cause different judgment and hate. And what are we? Okay? I won't say, universe, thank you for Donald Trump. But it's revealing that my lesser self finds a lot of satisfaction in things like hate and judgment. And really what they do, they tie me up. I personally would find it very difficult to love that person, but can I feel compassion for somebody who's that off? Okay. Compassion is a little different. It's an aspect of love. Don't hate your enemies, feel compassion for them. And then check yourself, make sure that there's none of that creeping inside here. Right? Up. Now, I tie myself up in very predictable ways. I don't think Donald will testify. His past attorneys and everything, no, we didn't want there for good reason. He'd have a Captain Queeg moment if you watch the King Mutant. Yeah. So absolutely not. You don't talk. We'll put the whole thing on free speech, but you won't talk. Because if you talk, you're going to lose. Right? Right? Now I pass this and I pass this, and then I run into this. Okay. Maybe what I should do instead of being so investigate, you know, we're oh, so that little extra, I'm gonna bring this guy down. He lies and creates all this chaos here. Yeah, and then all of a sudden he wants me. Well, like, yeah, like feeling sense of that but the social media and everything. Yeah, but this but so at that point, go. You know, it's what we're doing in form practice. It's not just form practice, it's misogi. And a lot of the misogi is keeping your intelligence at a spirit soul level to where it doesn't polarize in stupid ways that it can be used against you or me. It's a martial art. On the other hand, it's a martial art about love and peace. Okay, and we're in a world that seems to be going in the other direction, spinning faster and faster. So we need to be able to stand at our center where we can see everything going on. And then we add the input of Aikido to help make the world better. Maybe in the kids' class, David will teach somebody, he'll turn into the Stephen Curry of Aikido, change the world. Yes, it's possible. Most of us are kind of old, but there's hope. Okay, all right. Let's do the whole movement. Go. Different partner. Come on. Okay, now, what the reactive mind? That's the problem I want to deal with. Bring it on. Come on in, Donald. I'm going to meet you with love and capacity. That's what we're working on. Okay. Yeah, you won in 2016, probably with some help from your friends. This is 2023. Keep it in perspective. Certain things, if you back away from, they get stronger. You can't win. Yeah, well, guess what? He can. He won in 2016. There's no way. Yeah, and for indictments, you can't win. Well, guess what? So stay away. Don't drift, but don't attack. Yeah, you're just fighting, wanting to defeat the front runner. Yeah. Biden didn't create any of that. That's all Trump. Yeah, and you can, yeah, that's right. Look at yourself. Yeah, that's all. Psychologically, we are a bad country right now. Easy, easy, don't back away. Now, right there, feel it, turn your hip. Good. Oh. You're a lot freer there than you think. It's just your thoughts are creating a very primitive template for this motion. Okay? And then you're playing in Donald's hands. We react against him. Yes, it's exactly where he wants it. Yeah. Maybe instead of watching CNN and MSNBC, I ought to read the indictment. 45 pages. Maybe I ought to do that. You know, go.
Light reading.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, no, right there. It's called rushing it and forcing it. You know, go. Oh, come on. Good. I was going to feel that. I'm going to beat you. I'm going to be fast. Doesn't get me anything other than the fact that I hit another roadblock. All right. Moment by moment. Yeah, when we're kind of clear ourselves, what's supposed to be truth is actually pretty easy, right? And then we get sloppy and we start to rush it if we start to understand it. Oh yeah, I know it. To some degree, I am truth. Maybe I was 2 hours ago, but I'm not right now. I'm going to be honest, right? But I can be clear, and I clear the truth. Right? The truth of who we are is more important than let them grab you. Yeah, now you see, good. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, one of the things right here, okay? You're stepping through, you missed a shot. Doesn't mean you're not going to take the next one. Yeah, but you don't stay there. So, you missed. Rebound. Good. Now, but you rebound yourself into the same kind of opponent. Easy. Easy, good. Now you're touching it. You're beginning to. The problem is it's filed with so many other things that it's not clear. Good. That was good. See, there's a direction. You can go into all that scattered pieces when you're thinking too many thoughts. The key goes too many directions to help you out. That doesn't mean you shouldn't think. Okay, but on the other hand, there's the focus. And when you clear, the bad thoughts go away. So you're going to think thoughts that are pretty clear. That kid is supposed to help us. See, that's a thought. No, easy, don't think. Good, now, don't force. Easy. Feel your feet, turn your hips. Okay, good. All right. Now, the last part was pretty promising. Okay, all right. Yes? Yeah, you could punch me in the face, I know that. But then you won't get your next promotion, so you're gonna know. Okay. Yeah.
Hey.
Huh? Put up a mirror. And you're not an evil person, just play acting. So we can practice, right? So everything's like dark. You're not dark. You're just playing the dark role just so we can understand how to deal with each other. You see what I mean? That's all. But when I go this way and I back away from you or I attack you, I make you stronger. Yeah, I got a flawed, imperfect side. And given a certain situation where I get too spoiled, I might do the same thing that Donald does. Right? I would never do that. Keep that level easy there. It's very tempting. Celebrity, fame, money. It's got a good thing going. Yeah, you see what I mean? I have no doubt Stephen Curry about the person if he was selling insurance. It's different. Yeah. He's so good. If you hate something, make it stronger. Yeah. So you react, you make it stronger. It's crazy.
That's very true.
Yeah. And
Productively true.
yep. That's exactly. Well, since you said Aikido is supposed to save the world. It wasn't just speeches. Like he meant like, okay, let's look at ourselves and let's examine ourselves through the training, right?
There's something like Jack, they're failing, but other people, it's the most like a bad guy, he's the victim.
Yeah.
Like candy.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean it's sick the way. But he's, I would say he's very smart. He's not intelligent. Eventually, something. Okay. Okay. Come on in a bit more. So, we do the heavy thing because guess what? If you're too physical and too heavy, you get stupid. So when we have people hold on and you get the okay there, that doesn't go away. We tend to think, well, I'm enlightened, so that'll never happen to me. But I don't think it works that way. I think somebody who's quote unquote enlightened is somebody who's very clear and can have a sense of who they are. And if they make a mistake, they're honest about it and they move on. If Stephen Curry misses the shot, guess what? He's not afraid to take the next one. And one thing you said recently is one thing you learn to do is deal with failure. We make mistakes. We lose. No, I don't lose. Well, guess what? That goes into a very bad place. The dark, defeat, whatever it is a reality. The question is, realizing it's there, what's its purpose? Keep us awake. I know the truth. I know the eternal whatever, da-da-da-da. I am now bulletproof. But guess what? That's Donald. It doesn't matter if he lies to the public. He lies to himself, and he's very good at it. I mean, you could argue he really thinks he won the election, even though he knows he didn't. Otherwise, you couldn't sell his snake oil. And so if we kind of look at what Osensei meant by Aikido create the world family, you can't have the world family when it's based on hatred and division. And so the Aikido training, it's a microcosm of light and dark, right? I don't have a dark side. Well, guess what? We all do. The question is, where is it? If you're conscious of it, then you go, yeah, well, I'm starting to get a little too like, I really wish Donald would turn to dust. Yeah, okay. Watched Endgame the other night, Avengers Endgame, and a number of people probably waiting for Thanos to turn to dust were hoping it was Donald. Okay, come on, and they delayed it. So you could go, come on, and then crumble. But hey, what do? We lost Iron Man in that. And he gave, in the fictional story, he knew it was his time. But we paid a price for it. And what happens is sometimes people get so powerful that they feel there's always accountability. Even here, it doesn't seem like it right now, but we'll see. My mind can get so dirty, wishing bad things on people, even though they're, quote unquote, bad people, right? And so, they probably tell us, he said, look, Jack, when you start to do that, the term that Hikizuchi Sensei talked a lot about is jockey. And of course, my name is jockey, like, so I was jockey, but it's different stuff. But jockey just is like, see this dark in an unclean way. And the whole country is being polluted by that. Now, is it all him? No, he's a symbol for it. He didn't do anything but amplify what was here. So as much as this is really bad, it gives the country a chance to regroup, come together in a better way. And I hope that happens. But Osensei said this, without Budo, and he used the term Budo martial arts, which meant just fighting on the battlefield or doing stuff in a dojo. Without Budo, a nation goes to ruin. But he also said without Budo, a soul goes to ruin. Doesn't mean everybody here has to train in a martial art. But the ability to discern, to be clear enough to see things for what they are, we may begin to see ourselves for who we are. And for Osensei, the light and the dark were just two forces, Izanagi, Izanami. They danced together. And here we are, kind of like coming out of that original love, God, Goddess, whatever you want to say, in a rather confused world. We may know what's right, but on the other hand, given all that turmoil that's being created right now, it's very easy to fall. Now we fall all the time and get back up. That's good. But when my mind goes too much into a direction, and there's a difference between judging something evil and discerning that it's evil. Discernment is a story. Judgment is a cut that wounds you too. Or me. And so when we kind of look at what's going on, it's really very, very important that we keep O-sensei's message alive. So that's what we try to do today. Most of you touched it. In fact, everybody touched it. You're free. You're fluid. The movement's clear in that moment. Do we create people like Donald? Yes. And no. But without the help of whatever it is, he couldn't exist. We have to pay attention to him, react to him, either one way or the other, and we give him life. And that's not going to end. So it's upon us to acquire an ability to discern, moment by moment, what we're doing with our key. Key is key. It's a key. Pair it up with evil, it's evil key. Jock key. And there's a lot of it running around right now. And that, of course, creates confusion, creates polarization. And Sensei said he created Aikido to create true leaders, not political figures. Very important for us to lead ourselves. And then we can interact with people. The word in Japanese is called makoto. It's truth. Makoto to makoto. And then that starts to be a seed that's planted. Right? How much light does it take to dispel the darkness? A match plus a switch. But a lot of times when we're running around in that darkness, bumping into things and reacting, is giving the jockey more force. And so, part of the training could go into ritual misogi and everything, but the training I tried today to just point out we all have weaknesses. One time, that change we're doing today, Tojima Sensei and I were doing that in class. And he was so good, I come to grab him, he'd just go like that. And then, of course, I had this thought, like, what would happen if I really grabbed on? And so, being semi-telepathic, sometimes on the mat, he would say, grab on. He went like that, did the same move, and I was like this, that he was doing as a timing move. And he looked at me and says, you're thinking about one move and the other move is two separate things. He says, the truth is the truth. Don't compartmentalize. Okay, now this is this one, now you go to this one. So start thinking that way. It's not going to go well for you. I went, okay. And of course, I forgot it for 50 some odd years. But hopefully we brought into existence what Tojima Sensei was trying to tell me 50 years ago. Okay. So we're in extremely difficult times. The Aikido, keep training. When we open the new school, I'm hoping that what will happen, we'll bring new people in, younger people also, because we need to pass this on. So you're here. When you train, you're also training to some degree to be a leader. But to be a true leader, you got to lead yourself. I remember watching Stephen Curry's documentary. And they said, is there anything you can't do that you don't do well? And what he said was something like, yeah, I can't sing. And then I just, this thing, he did a rap song. It's not singing, but it's a rap. And he's brilliant. And so, you're either going to be, in extreme cases, somebody like Donald, and I don't want to jinx him, or you're going to be like Curry. He brings joy out. He stretches himself on a daily basis. All right. Well, guess what? Who's the better basketball player, him or LeBron? Yeah, but who's the better golfer? Who's the better rapper? And there are other things right there. I'm not saying that this person is a certain thing, but somebody who brings joy in is what we want to emulate. And I'm hoping, at some point, he's pretty socially conscious, that when he decides finally to get out of 50 million a year and playing basketball, that he might become socially conscious enough that he'll go into other areas. He doesn't have to do that. Okay. But anyway, yeah. Okay, thank you very much. Everybody slowly stand up. Emphasis on slow. Up, slow, feel. Now, those sensei had this story once where I think sensei was on the mat and he was talking and lecturing. And after it was over, these are the Japanese in that culture that sensei saw. And according to the sensei's story, he says that he jumps up and goes like this, and he looks around and says, "What's with you Japanese?" And he walks off the mat. I don't know if it's true or not. Well, I suspect his knees were younger, if that's true. Okay. But, there's a point where be easy with yourself. Now, if you try that and erect yourself because you heard my Dado story, then that's not its purpose. Okay. But part of it is kind of like, okay, I have, one of those 40-minute lectures about the floating bridge of heaven and the coming and world peace and everything. We came here to kick butt. Yeah, okay. And those sense, they'd probably tell you, Jack, I was there listening to what a sensei was saying, so my key was there, right? You never said that. I think that's sort of implied in the story, right? So, but don't jump up like that and wreck your legs. Be easy with yourself. And if, sensei, we're talking here in this room right now and speaking Japanese, he had a very strange accent in southern Japan. So even Tokyo people didn't understand him very well. Two, he talked about things that were not mainline. He talked about the interaction of the kami, the divine forces of the universe, and he talked about the universe a lot. And he talked about Aikido as being a solution for all the ills in the world. Okay, so now we tried to do something today on, the latter one. Okay. But it's up to us to continue to train, continue to develop, especially when Third Street opens. Please open, yes. That we have something to present. Well, sensei farmed during World War II, but he prayed, he meditated, he trained. So when the war ended and the occupation was there, he had people that he knew, they put a charter out. And Aikido in 1948, my birth year, was the first art martial that the occupation force was allowed to open because its whole charter was based upon what we're trying to talk to about today. Okay? So that's something to keep in perspective. I'm sure the Japanese didn't really like us, meaning I'm an American, so I'm, occupying their country. I didn't think they liked that they lost the war. Okay. And sensei, really one of the reasons he agreed for that was because he felt the nation spirit was so low. They've been in a war. They lost. They were occupied. So, okay, somebody took Osensei stuff, and then the people that they put this charter out, it was accepted. Okay, they had property in Shinjuku, so Hombu Dojo opened. It was a much more modest Japanese building than what some people prefer to the current cement or story building. That's another story. But Osensei was very clear about the fact that one of the reasons he did this is he felt the Japanese people, the spirit was very low. Okay? And one of the things that we're kind of looking at is, you know, if democracy does end, what's our spirit going to be like? What happens if this becomes a fascist state? Okay, now Aikido exists so that we do our own interior work so that can't happen. It may happen anyway, but we give it our best shot. Okay, so for that reason, Hikijishi Sensei used to always tell me, Jack, if you train here right in front of a sensei's beard and hair, you're training for the sake of the whole world. And I just go, well, you don't have to train in front of the shrine to understand what's decent. And how to treat yourself before how to treat other people and what you stand for. When Osensei said, stand on the floating bridge of heaven, I don't think Donald can. Doesn't mean he's not powerful. Doesn't mean that he can't sell snake oil. But you don't get there by being the biggest snake oil salesman in the universe. Okay? So, thank you.